because creation is not spontaneous like that. We can't just duplicate ourselves. Like, we're not amoebas here.
Hello everyone, it's me, that divination witch. I hope you're doing well. We're back with a witchy video, and this one is more serious and me, I suppose in a way, getting some things off my chest. I don't want to offend anyone, but I also need to speak my mind and my truth. And this is in regards to women and the females and the feminine energies in the occult, in witchcraft and witchy circles, and the stereotypes and the roles we are put into. This is a question of gender and equality, and let's just get into it. So I'll just say hi and welcome. I'm Sarah. I'm that divination witch. If you're new here, hello, hello, hello. If you're not new, hello, hello, hello as well. Everyone's welcome here. I encourage people to help each other on this channel. It's a safe space where you're free to ask questions. Nothing silly. Everyone's different. Everyone starts somewhere. So ask away, help each other out. We don't condone hate or anything like that here. But, you know, condone. But yeah, hit subscribe if you like that. That was a glitch. And if you do want to support the channel further, I've got a shop where I do readings. It's all linked below, on Patreon as well. I'm teaching tarot, and we're going through the year of the dark feminine, which is all about stepping into your power. It's for everyone, no matter your gender. It's not just a woman thing. So if you're interested, check it out. So what has prompted me to make this video? It's been brewing a little while. It's not just one person, but there are a few male creators on YouTube and a few male occultists that are authors and practitioners that have some problematic ass views about the feminine. Now, we all have differences of opinion and we're all welcome to them, and I can't change their minds, and I'm not here to do that, because at the end of the day, that makes up the world, differences of opinion. But I am going to state my opinion as well and add that into the mix, because the way some of these people are speaking about the feminine, meaning the feminine energy as a whole, meaning the goddesses associated with it, but also the human, women, and anyone who identifies as a woman, they are discussing them in less than ideal terms. Let's just say it like that, be polite. So I want to just get this out there. Not all women hate men, right? Because these people are going on as if we do. Not all women are men haters. Not all feminists are men haters. Now, I like to think I'm a feminist to an extent. You know, I believe we should have equal opportunities. I believe that women should not be suppressed. We should have a voice, and we have fought damn hard to have a voice in ways that men, and no offense, but you just haven't, okay? That is not to say that women can do every single thing a man can, or that a man can do every single thing a woman can. There are some situations where we are separate and beautiful in our own ways. I don't know how else to put that. There are certain sects in religions, in the occult and things like this, that are women-led and women-driven, and I blooming love that. You know, it's for women only, and I think to an extent that should be okay and allowed. You know, I don't want to make this discussion about gender, but I'm LGBT. I am bisexual. I'm part of the LGBT. I have trans friends. I have had trans friends in the past. Look, it doesn't bother me. It's not hurting me. So if somebody who's non-binary or, you know, transgender wants to join a woman only thing, or even a man only thing, why not? Why shouldn't they? why shouldn't they be allowed? Or even, someone who has been in lesbian relationships before, and this is not the case for all lesbian relationships, of course not, but if you are with somebody who's very in their masculine energy, especially a woman who's in their masculine energy, why can't they be involved if they want to be? That is, don't force it, of course, but I think when it comes to gender, and this is my tiny little explanation of it, look, it is a spectrum in a way. Yes, we have sex, what we're born as. So some people are born into sex as well, but you're born as something, but I think it's very fluid. In years gone by, you wouldn't believe it, I used to be pretty butch. I've had very, very, very short hair and used to wear manly clothes, and I went through a stage of that, and then I went, oh, this isn't me. I experimented. It's all about finding out who you are, because we are unique as people. Like today, I've went a bit more gothic with my makeup, but I'm just in a black jumper because it's a bit chilly. I'm in the house. It's all I want to wear. Sometimes I might want to get dolled up, curl my hair and whatever. Sometimes I just want to scrape it up. We're all different, and we all have different moods we're in, and nobody's just one thing in general. So when it comes to that on a spiritual level, to put people in boxes, I don't think you're able to do that. Even deities, as my time's gone on with Hecate, she's gone from being just the witchy goddess from ancient Greece to everything, basically. She can be wrathful, she can be angry, she can be dark and vengeful, she can be primal and animalistic, she can be motherly and caring, and she can be light and loving and healing, and she can be a protector and a warrior, and so many things she can be. And it's limitless. And it goes very much into the Jungian philosophy, the Jungian psychology of archetypes, which I love. Carl Jung, I love his theories. I love that some people, are still exploring that. The archetypes of humanity are not set in stone. There's things we all gravitate towards, but doesn't mean we are that one thing all the time. So me in my butch era, circa 2012, would have been more in my manly energy, my masculine energy. Now, circa 2024, I'm in my 2025, in my more feminine energy, It's all relative, because we've all got feminine and masculine in us, all of us, as human beings. And every animal, every plant, everything living in the universe is the same. There may be some nuances to that. I'm no scientist. I know there's certain animals have adapted to do certain things, like the seahorse. They popped in my head straight away with how the males give birth, but it's not the males that initially get pregnant, though. I'm digressing here. We're all made up of all of it, right? So on a spiritual level, it's natural that we are going to need all of it. Now, for me, I have always, and I always will be, I think, more pulled towards the feminine. I always have been all my life. But it doesn't mean I deny the masculine. And it doesn't mean I don't need the masculine. I respect them both. And I don't see one as more powerful as the other. Yes, I see the feminine as our creator, as the cosmic womb that birthed us all. But if we didn't have the seed that went into the cosmic womb, if we didn't have the male counterpart, we would not exist. Because creation is not spontaneous like that. We can't just duplicate ourselves. Like, we're not amoebas here. And I'm not a scientist, but even amoebas probably have male, female thing. I don't know what an amoeba's got. But I don't want to talk about amoebas here. So with all that in mind and the way I'm seeing things, I wanted to just explain that. These male occultists that talk about women like shit and think they know everything. You do not know everything, right? You sound like an incel. You sound like Andrew bloody Tate here. And you put women into a box that is wrong and untrue. Now, some women could fit the mold. But even the woman that fits the mold at the time, it does not mean that she is not capable of healing or changing. Same as you. Same as you. You might be in some sort of mold at the minute. You might be in some sort of frame of mind at the minute. Doesn't mean you're not capable of changing, of learning and growing, because that's what we're all doing. Now, what I say by fitting women into a mold, into a box, it's very much they're putting the feminine in a sexual energy. Now, there's nothing wrong with that inherently, because we all need sexual energy, some of us more than others. Me, myself, it's not what I'm drawn to as a whole, but there are more people who are more into their divine sexual energy, or even if you're not an occultist, there's just more promiscuous people than others, isn't there? It's the way of the world, or it's whatever. But what I'm talking about is male practitioners, witches, occultists, that, I'm going to spit it out, Jesus, that put the likes of Hecate, Lilith, dark goddesses on some sort of pedestal of sexual objectification, of a sex object, of they just want to fuck them. I'm putting it bluntly. I might have to blur some of the words out, but they just want to fuck Hecate. They just want to fuck Lilith, and they just see them as that, as a fuck buddy, basically. And there are whole things built up around that. And a man like that will never see a woman as equal. Never. And a man like that would attack someone like me for the way I look, and they'll probably say, well, you're an ugly woman. You know, no wonder you talk like that. No wonder you're not getting any off. Sorry, it's making us laugh, because these people are so small-minded, and they get away with it because they're a man. If a woman tries to talk like that, oh, we're hysteric. You know, it wasn't that long ago that women were treated for hysteria by having basically a massage therapist. You know, like, why can a man treat and talk about women in this way, but not vice versa? Now, one of the things these bloody educated men said was that, okay, why does a woman act like this? So say a woman hates men and is getting into a relationship with a man, which, first off, if you truly hate a man, why would you be with a man? I mean, as a bisexual woman myself, why, if I felt like that, well, I'd just be with another woman. If I really wanted that at the end of the day. But if you're straight, if you're heterosexual, I forgot the word for straight. But if you're a heterosexual woman and you hate men, oxymoron, but you want to be with a man, right? Why do they act like this about men? You know what he said? He said that, say a woman had a father figure in her life as a child that never showed up, and he abandoned her, and the mother raised her, and she's all alone, and the mother's demonizing the father figure, and it poisons the mind of the child, and then she grows up to hate men. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Anyone, regardless of your gender, can be traumatized like that as a child with unhealed parents of any gender. There are times the women walk away. There are times the mother abandons the child. But you're not talking like that, are you? You're giving a very specific thing. Now, this particular creator, he's been open about it. He's just gone out of a toxic relationship. Now, I'm not dismissing that. That's not my relationship. I wasn't in it. I don't want to know. It's not my business. And obviously, you've been burned. You've had a bad experience with a woman who may have had that scenario happen to her. And I empathise for you and her. Hope she gets the healing she needs. Hope you do too. But that is not what all women are like. And to speak about us all in that manner is fucked up. Like, who do you think you are to speak about women in that regard, to put us all in this little tiny box? So what, I don't know, another woman might hate a man, not because of her father. She could have had two parents and been married. Like the parents be married in a supportive family unit, and she could have had everything she ever wanted and had a good education. But then she got married and the guy abused the shit out of her. And now she doesn't trust men, hates men. It's a different scenario. That could happen to a man. That could happen to a boy, a young boy. It's disgusting to speak from some sort of place of authority as if you are so informed when you are not. Now, I am not a mental health expert myself, and I'll never ever say I am. I have helped people with their mental health. I have worked in mental health, but I am not a psychologist, nor do I ever want to be. It's messy. It's complex. It's multifaceted, and you, if you have been through stuff, should know better. So to paint every woman in occult circles like this, or even a woman who has issues like that, those types of women, not all of them have daddy issues. Not all of them have parent wounds or whatever you want to call it. There could be numerous reasons. It could just be an asshole. We get assholes of all genders. At the end of the day, I found that disgusting, to be quite frank, and I just needed to speak that enough's enough, and us women and anyone who agrees, not just women, but anyone with a level head needs to start speaking up on this shit. The divine feminine is not just there as a sex toy. Women are not just categories you can shove us in. We are human beings as much as you. And treat us as such, basically. That is what I wanted to say. As a woman myself who has been in relationships with males and females, who has been abused and hurt as a child, who has parents that are divorced, who has issues with both the parents, who is attracted to both sexes, I don't see that this is a clear-cut answer. And be wary of who you're listening to, guys, whether it's a YouTuber or somebody who's wrote a book, whether they're an occultist or not. There are some bigoted people out there, and it's just not that simple. It's just not. Yes, there are some women who are nasty just as much as men, but it's been rubbing me up the wrong way, speaking about women like we're just some sort of object, and disrespecting the goddesses as if they're just sex toys. Literally, I am sorry, but that is not how this works. Sex magic is valid. Kundalini, valid. It's a practice. It has a time and a place. But I'm talking about the whole thing revolving around it. Don't you guys see? Don't you just read between the lines? Even other men reading it and interested in it. Can't you see between the lines that it's some sort of fan fiction blown out of proportion? There's one particular guy that makes you visualize Hecate in a certain way, and if you visualize her anything different, then you're doing it wrong. Are you kidding? No. We are taking these ancient goddesses and really just, and yet, if we were to do this about a male, look at Zeus. Look at Zeus and all his mythologies. And as somebody who has venerated Zeus publicly, I got shit for that. He gets called all these things. And I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he wasn't promiscuous and, as they say in the northeast of England, tashed about. he spread it about, yeah. But you want someone as powerful and as primordial as Hecate to spread it about? Make it make sense. Why is it okay to objectify women and not men? Why? What is this about? Anyways, I didn't script this. I just had to get it off my chest. I was in two minds of doing it, and I felt Hecate say, well, speak your mind. And so I am. Be wary of what you listen to, even me. at the end of the day. Yes, we can all have our own opinions, but I don't hate men. I love men, and I love women, and I love us all. We're all only human. Nobody's perfect, regardless of gender. I'm not ever going to sit here and say I know every single thing ever, because I don't. And that's why I'm not going to, speak from that place with my full chest of saying, oh, well, men act like this because of this, this and this. You don't know. You don't know. You just don't know what goes on in a woman's mind. Any woman. You're not a woman. So shut up, basically. That's how I feel. I hate people right now. That's a joke. Anyways, take care, everyone. If you like this rant, you know what to do. Subscribe or unsubscribe if you didn't like it. Sorry, my loves. But take care, everyone. Stay safe, stay witchy. Bye.